Okay guys, time for your dinner. Our oldest gentleman right there is usually so eager to eat that we have to push him aside that we can put some food into his bowl. I've been watching Peter Lindgren's videos the whole evening trying to get motivated and I started to record. But I was so tired that when I got on the couch, I fell asleep. Saw some weird ass dreams about zombie apocalypse and free to eat restaurant and didn't even wake up to the alarm clock. I put an alarm up to not oversleep this evening. I haven't taken a nap in ages, and taking a nap isn't my thing because every time I wake up from a nap I feel like I'm waking up to a totally different world or a time. I don't even know what time it is. I don't know what year it is when I wake up, so don't really like naps, but just took a nap then, and here we are. It's 8 p.m. and I'm recording. Gave the cat some food and now I'm gonna go and make me some coffee. I know I just actually grinded the beans, but I'm going with decaf. Now you might be thinking that why decaf? Well, first of all, it's 8 p.m. The clock's 8 p.m. I slept for 2 hours, so I don't want to stay up more than I have to, even though I got night shifts tomorrow, but still, no, I don't want to just stay awake, just be awake by myself, maybe watching YouTube, maybe playing video games. It just isn't my style. Not that much anymore anyway. Sometimes I might play video games late at night, but just haven't had the mood for that recently, so now I'm just drinking coffee and recording a video. Ding! Okay, let's put on a cap. Feels weird recording without a cap and feels like my hair is all over the place. That looks good. Okay, coffee's done. Decaf sometimes is good. This one especially. Okay, this thing on, it is. So, you most likely clicked this video because you're uncomfortable in front of the camera. You're uncomfortable with the camera in public places, or you're uncomfortable with the idea of posting videos or something related to cameras and filming yourself and doing things with the camera. Now, the idea for this video came because I've been told that I look relaxed with the camera, I look comfortable with the camera, but that's totally from the opposite. Of course, I look more comfortable, I'm more relaxed because I've gotten used to the idea that I'm filming myself and I just do this. I do this a lot. So first thing is, practice makes perfect. Now at first I started recording myself probably just once a week, and every time I took out the camera, put it up, the feeling never changed. The awkwardness was just there, and I realized that I wasn't always pumping up with enthusiasm to record myself, and it was a bummer, so I just started doing it more. And the more I did it, the more it became a habit, and I just started feeling more comfortable and more relaxed with it. And feeling right now is more of an addiction sometimes. When I get home from work, I feel like I'm really bored if I don't have the camera with me because I'm not filming something or filming what I'm doing, because I can't think of anything to do without the camera sometimes. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Maybe it's a good thing for a content creator, but a bad thing if you just want to live your life. Now the first step is always the hardest. It will always be the hardest in any situation, in any case. You just don't go bungee jumping or parachuting without taking the first step, and it's always the first step. After that, it might be the second step that feels okay and the third step more okay, but it's always the first step that you have to take to just start doing it. Now my advice here is that just start easy, because if you go jumping into a crowd or doing big stuff or try to do big stuff, I don't have an example of big stuff, well, just bigger than vlogging at your home, so it just might get overwhelming. You might get anxious about the situation and it might take the fun out of it. It's not fun anymore to do it, so just take baby steps, take it easy. Now there's one thing that definitely will make you more relaxed in front of the camera, and that's realizing that you can speak whatever you want. You got the freedom to speak of the things that interest you. Well, don't speak anything you want. Just be considerate for other people, of course, but you've got the freedom of speech. There's just you and the camera is listening to you, being enthusiastic about the subject that you're talking about, and you just realize that you're talking about that stuff like I'm talking right now. And also when you're talking about things that you're enthusiastic about, you automatically start showing enthusiasm to the camera and to the viewers, so it's just a positive thing. Just find your thing that you're really interested in vlogging and talking about. Now also when recording yourself, remember to breathe, remember to take it easy sometimes and take breaks, because those breaks and breathing sessions you have, they can be edited out in post-editing, so just take a moment for yourself to gather your thoughts and continue from there. Also one thing that helps is making a script, because I know that I'm really bad at making scripts. Writing scripts is something that I'm not that good at. I just love doing things on the fly, and why I do things on the fly is because I think that I'm more natural when I do things on the fly. I'm more of myself than I am reading from the script, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Writing a script actually makes the editing process more easier. You don't have to edit bits and pieces out that have enormous breaks or breathing sessions or just you rambling stuff. And if you're thinking like me, that you're reading from a script and you're not yourself, that could, like I said, that couldn't be further from the truth, because that's you wrote that script. That is you are speaking your own words. So also I've noticed that I'm a guy who talks a lot with his hands, does a lot of stuff like, look at this, I got my coffee, it is in a round mug and it tastes and smells good, and I just do a lot of things with my hands, doing gestures like talking to you. This is me talking to you, and actually I think that it even takes the viewer more into the video, because, well, if I just sat like this and talked and didn't do any gestures and even didn't drink my coffee and talked, so I think you should do more gestures, because I'm getting really bored just looking at myself from the screen right now and talking to you like this. Okay, let's head inside. I'm just gonna drink this coffee and we're gonna get the missus from work and head to a public place, and I'm gonna talk to you about vlogging in public. Now, talking about being dumb, why didn't I take my socks off or put shoes on when I went outside? They're wet. How do you like the socks, by the way? Hello, my honey bunny. Okay, came to the city harbor. I was kind of wishing that the coffee shop, that yellow building over there, would have been open, but it's not. You can't get any coffee. Okay, so the city harbor, quite a public place, but it's 9 p.m. so there isn't that much people around. Some people walking past me. Now, vlogging in public, what I think is that people make a monster out of it. It's, like I said, the first step is always the hardest. And some people think that going to public, it means that you must go into a big crowd, or into staring eyes, straightforward, but that's not the case. And why would you? If you go to a big public or public place or a big crowd, there's gonna be a lot of noise. Your voice, your thoughts, they're just gonna drown into that audio. Let's just sit down for a while. Now, what I think is the greatest way to vlog in public is to vlog in a quieter place. And then maybe if you need to go to a crowded place or somewhere else where there's a lot of people, do a B-roll out of it, show yourself getting to a coffee shop or something, and start vlogging there again. Now, some content creators might tell you that, hey, it's 2022. People don't give a F anymore about you having a camera on you, but you're gonna get glares, you're gonna get stares anyhow, and some people might even come and talk to you about it, comment something about it. I've even had an old gentleman so to speak, to just shout at me in the middle of a phrase, and that just shook me. But you just let it go from ear to ear and just forget about it, because those things will weigh you down if you start thinking that what people think about you. And when people stare at you, they're not judging you. Don't start to think straight away they're judging you. People like to look at each other. They're interested, they're intrigued about what you're doing, and it's just them and their thoughts. Don't bother thinking what they're thinking. And what I like to do is, when I come to a public place like this, people walking by looking at me, just staring at the camera and talking to you guys, is I like to put this bubble around me. Look, the hand gestures, like I told you. I like to put this bubble around me and think that the glares, they don't pierce me. Those piercing glares and stares, they don't pierce me through that bubble. It helps out a lot just to think that you're in your own bubble. Man, don't you just love the views? So calm. The reflection on the lake. It's starting to be blue hour. It's starting to get cold. Some bits and pieces falling out of our car. I was thinking what the sound was when we left home, or when I left home. Great. Had to come to the store. We don't have any breakfast stuff. Prisma. It's good that we came to the store, because I just realized that I don't have anything to wash myself with. So let's take, that looks good. And then we're gonna need some shampoo as well. Whoops, might as well let my hair smell like blueberries. So, I'm guessing we're going to buy a new little litter box for the cats. As a fan of Iceland, I love skyr. Skyr. Then some smoothies. Smoothies are great breakfast products. Got something to eat for my night shifts, and then we're out of here. So that was a productive shopping spree. The cats got some food and a new litter box. I can't say litter box. Hey. We bought you a new litter box. How'd you think about that? Now you can take a glorious. Now we've talked about being in front of the camera. We've talked about filming in public or vlogging in public. And then there's the third thing. This isn't really about filming yourself, but it has something to do with the content creation process. So I decided to include it in, and it's posting your first video. People usually make it a really big monster. They start thinking that, is this video good enough? Are people gonna watch it? Do I think this is good enough? Should I even post it? I guarantee to you, comes to everybody. These thoughts have been in my mind. I've seen content creators tell that they've been in their minds, and it's just something you gotta get over with. You just gotta post it. You just gotta put it there, put it out there, and that's when you take that first step. You're always gonna be thinking, probably gonna be thinking that, is this good enough? But that's the artist's mind. You are your own worst critic. That is a thing. That really is a thing. So just post it, get it on, and it'll start rolling on from there. If you even check out my first video, and I highly don't suggest it. It's a reminder for myself that I've started from somewhere. I've had to start from somewhere, and do these things to get to the place where I am at now. I got good lighting, I got a good camera, a good microphone, and these things don't make me a good content creator, because the best advice always is be yourself. There's nothing more important than being yourself, because humans, people, have the tendency to see through you when you're acting and when you're not yourself. So always be yourself. Pimp my ride. Why did I do that? Time to start editing, time to get on with this video, time to post this video, and hope you liked it. If you did, press the like button, subscribe, punch that bell icon if that's something you're into. Why did I do that? I'll be seeing you on the next one.